welcome back. I forgot to get the raft. I never got the raft in here. It's on the bottom left part somewhere. Right, that's what it said. Today I'm going to talk about why life has no meaning and why that's okay. Maybe this will be it. I don't talk about life and meaning anymore. I'm so sick of it. I talk about it so much. What does this mean? What am I supposed to do? What's the meaning of anything? Shut up. Who cares? I think the reason why I am kind of why I struggled. I don't know. It's not much of a struggle, but I need to know where to go, so I'm not wasting my time here. Raft. Defeat the keys, get the raft. It says it's in the bottom left. This room is loaded with dark nuts. Bomb the left in the center room as a reward. It's completely unnecessary to risk trying to fight them all off, so when you get a chance, quickly make it towards the staircase. Didn't I already do that? I definitely didn't get the raft. Come to peace with no meaning. Religion and Christianity, or whatever, kind of inherently tells you that there is meaning. If there is a God, then he created you for a reason. The thing about Christianity is, though, they don't tell you what the reason is. Nobody will tell you the reason. The Bible doesn't tell you what the reason is. Oh, down here is the thing. How did I not get this? Oh, I remember. I died. And that's why. That must be... I would hate... Imagine this... I don't know. That's why I don't really like this game that much. I mean, I like it. It's great, but... Like, you do the dungeon, and then you're like, okay, what do I do next? You missed a thing in the dungeon. There's so many places to look. How do I know that I missed a raft? So that's why in my head I'm like, I've always kind of known, like, well, there's no meaning to anything. But Christianity's like, but Jesus, though, right? Did you forget about Jesus? There's meaning because of Jesus. And like everything you do now is because of the afterlife, and then you'll be with Jesus forever, and you'll be happy all the time. I don't know. Do I really believe that? Well, to me, living in heaven forever is just as good as nothingness. I mean, what's the difference? So to me, I don't really care about the afterlife. Where's dungeon number 4? You need to use the raft to get there, I know. I get up. Nothing gets me down. You go to the right, then you go to the right, then you go up. Okay, I know how to get there. You got to roll with the punches. I don't think about the afterlife. Yeah, that's true. Nothing I do is like, whoa, I gotta be good, because otherwise I might go to hell. I don't think that's how I think. Maybe a little bit. Because when you're a Christian your whole life, it is kind of ingrained in... Okay, I don't know where to go. Ingrained in you? Where did I go? I'm in a brown area. Oh. I don't feel like... I don't know. Maybe I should be. Like, hell sounds pretty scary. If hell was real, I would do everything I could to avoid it. It's like, that's scary. Like, forever, eternal torment? I don't even have to deal with torment for a second on Earth. What would eternal hellfire be like? Doesn't sound very nice, but I guess that's the point. But for some reason it's weird. Like, that's still... I'm a Christian and I kind of a little bit believe in an afterlife. But I just don't really think about it. But I should. Like... hell is, like, it's scary. I don't want to go to hell. But I don't really... I don't know. I guess I haven't thought about it too much. But maybe I should. That's not... I don't know. I don't base my actions on, like, that. Why did I get off on that? I get too many tangents. What meaning of life? Christianity tells you there's a meaning of life. And that's why I've been struggling with, like, well, I don't think there is one. But, like, well, yeah, there has to be one, right? Because you're a Christian. But no, there doesn't. And if you're a person who's, like, who likes the fact that there is meaning, then there is meaning to you, and you can just ignore what I'm saying. But for me, when someone says, oh, there is meaning to life, and it's like happiness, and it's like helping people, and it's like... I think you might be scared if, like, wait, if there's no meaning, then I could just kill people, and that would be fine. I still don't want to kill anybody, so that's not really... The fact that there's no meaning isn't a deterrent for me doing bad things. Sometimes it seems like people feel that way. Like, if there's no meaning, then why wouldn't I just do a bunch of bad stuff? Well, I don't want to. I just don't want people to not like me and and to hurt people. I don't want to do that. That's not fun for me. I want to enjoy this life, and I wouldn't enjoy it by hurting people. That wouldn't make me happy. But why not? Because we're monkeys and that's how our brain works. What? That's just how it works. You just live with the body that you got. And that's how your brain works. You don't want to kill people. Unless you do. And then you... I don't know. Then I'm glad those people have religion and, like, meaning. Because, like... If the only thing keeping them... I feel like I'm being kind of banal. That was one of my word of the days recently. Banal. I feel like I'm being banal when I say that because I'm like so unoriginal. This is such an unoriginal thought, but... If religion is the only thing keeping those people from, like, murdering... Then I'm glad they have it, right? Or, like, meaning. If meaning is the only thing keeping them from not murdering people... It's nice that they have it. But that's not my reason. My reason is just like I don't want to do it and it won't make me happy to do that. And I want to be happy. What if it would make you happy to murder somebody? That's an interesting question. What if someone's like really... I guess I do have this weird sense of morality that's like... It's still not right to hurt anybody, even if they're hurting you. That's the Christian theology part of it. But, like, well, if... So I'm still a Christian. I believe the things Jesus said are good things. I believe even if it would make me happy to kill somebody, I shouldn't. Because Jesus said so. I don't know. No, because it makes sense. I don't know. This wasn't really my note, but All these days have just been tangents. Is this interesting at all? I don't know. Nobody's watching anyway. I try to always have a point to my episodes. Kind of. Is that a joke to say? I do kind of always try to have a point. But this past week has been randomness. Lol. Life has no meaning, lol, so random. So the past couple months has just been kind of coming to terms or whatever, just accepting for me that there is no meaning, and like, okay, what does that mean? How do you live a life with no meaning? And just accepting that premise as a life, and stop trying to force meaning on stuff. I mean, you can, and just because you force meaning on something doesn't mean it doesn't mean anything. It's real if you believe it's real, but I don't know. Reading Ecclesiastes, I guess, got me to that point where, like, okay, even if it says it in the Bible that there's life has no meaning, then it's okay for me to just, like, this is the book for me. For all the other Christians, they get all the other books of the Bible, but for me, it's Ecclesiastes. That's my book. Life has no meaning. But okay, even Solomon knew life had no meaning, but he still lived. Why? The message I got from it was like, because you're alive. God made you. He didn't tell you why, but there is a reason. Maybe you'll never know what it is. Maybe there is an afterlife and you'll know it then. Oh, I'm not doing very good. Come on. Ooh, nice shot. Yeah, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, oh, no, don't do that. Oops. When you're alive, your job is to be alive, even if it sucks most of the time. Because eventually you're going to be dead, and then when you're dead, it's your job to be dead. Like, I don't know if that's the right way to phrase it. But that's the only meaning I'm ever going to get, is like, when you're alive, you're supposed to be alive, and I want to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm like, that's something that, like, I feel like, okay, maybe it's all gonna suck, and maybe there's no meaning to anything. You have a family, whatever, your kids, doesn't mean anything to have kids or a family. But that's what you're supposed to do. So do it, do your thing, and then when you die, you'll be dead for eternity. Wait, he can't do that. He can't hurt me when I'm in there. And when you're alive for like 70 years, so just do that. It's only 70 years. Then when you die, you die. No, Link, you're not supposed to die yet. It's not your time. Does that make sense at all? That was the note. I pretty much talked about what I was supposed to talk about. I'm trying to, all the advice and all the things you hear about, like, life and meaning and why you shouldn't kill yourself or whatever, none of it ever really helped me. This is the only thing I've really thought of, like, okay, this kind of makes sense. Any other reason anybody could say is like, oh, love and people and relationships and God and family and helping people or whatever. Those meanings still don't really mean anything to me. Okay, so you helped somebody, but they're gonna be dead soon anyway. That general who was like the biggest general in the world, and he had all these accomplishments. He died. All his family died. Nobody remembers him. Didn't do anything that impacted anybody who's alive right now. So, if that guy can't do anything, what can I do? Nothing. What am I gonna be anyway? George Washington? Do I want to be George Washington? George Washington wasn't happy. He died with leeches on him. Some idiot doctor drained his blood. Like, oh, maybe this'll cure you. Whoops, I killed George Washington. Life is dumb. Maybe that's insulting to God, but it's dumb. None of this means anything. It's kind of cool, like planets are kind of cool, but so are like buildings. Like humans make buildings and they look cool, and you're like, oh wow, that's cool. It's cool that you made a building. Now what? Okay, we're here, we're looking at the building. I mean, how long do you want me to look at this building? It looks cool. I don't know, what do you want from me? Atoms are cool. Like, hey God, you made atoms, that's cool. Okay. You made a sun. Okay, that's cool. Is the reason you made us just to appreciate the things? Like, I can appreciate it in like a minute. Okay, wow, I mean, I really think it's really cool, God, what you did here. You made planets, you made galaxies, like with all this stuff, it's pretty crazy. Okay, now what? What's my part? My part was just to acknowledge it for like a minute. And now what? Now what do I do? I gotta play video games, I guess. Because I don't know what else to do. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Bye.